Definition of surd. A surd is any mathematical expression in the form square root of a, such that square root of a gives a number that is not an whole number. For example, square root of 3 is an example of surd because 3 is not a perfect square. Hence, if you are trying to find the square root of 3, you will not get an whole number. Square root of 2 is also a surd. You can also have square root of 7 is also a surd. But for example, if I have root 4 is not a surd. Why? Because square root of 4 will give me 2. You can also have root 2 minus root 3. You can have root 5 plus root 7. These are examples of surd. And when you have surd of this form, root 2 minus root 3, root 5 plus root 7, these are called binomial surd. So a surd in the form root a plus or minus root b are called binomial surd. Binomial surd. Because why are they called binomial surd? Because they have two terms. First term, second term. From the word bi means two. So these are examples of binomial surds. And you should also need to know that surd are basically examples of irrational number because they cannot be expressed in the form of c divided by d, such that d is not equal to 0. So surd is not a rational number. Please take note of that. Also, we can have laws of surd. Laws of surd. 1. Square root of a times b will give us square root of a times square root of b. Also, square root of a over b, when you have them inside square root like this, is the same thing as having individual square root. Add the numerator, then add the denominator. But when you have square root of a plus square root of b, please take note, this is not equal to square root of a plus b. Also, when you have square root of a minus square root of b is not equal to square root of a minus b. Please take note of this. You can take examples on this just to clarify this. When you have, let's say I have, for example, I have a to be equals to 4, square root of 4, and I have b to be equals to 9, square root of 9. This is my left hand side. What am I having? I will have square root of what? This is square root of Okay, at the right hand side, I'm now having square root of 4 plus 9. Now simplifying this, if I simplify this at the left hand side, my LHS will give what? This is going to be 2 plus, because square root of 4 is 2, and square root of 9 is 3. While my RHS will give me square root of what? This is 13. And now this one is giving us what? This is 5, left hand side. While the right hand side is giving us square root of 13. And 13 is not a perfect square. Hence, square root of 13 is not equals to 5. You can see. Because square root of 13 will be giving us a number that is even less than 5. So, hence, take note, for addition and subtraction, this operation does not valid. It's only valid for both multiplication and division. And take note of this. This A we are saying inside this bracket here. If this A is a perfect square, then this expression is not more a surd. But if A is not a perfect square, then this expression is a surd. Take note of that. Thank you.